Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, wherever you're from. Thank you for tuning in. And here's another Ethereum restart video. And for some odd reason, I feel like it skipped a few other content creators' idea to try to drop this. And if they do have any, feel free to just go check them out as well. But I would like to break down imprinting and trying to understand how to make your shells as best as possible and not think that you have to go reform certain things if you get the wrong thing for your shell. So let's get us a little minute to go chop around and get to this. It's pretty easy. It's one of those things that you don't know until you know. There's been like a bunch of speculation behind it and all that, but just take your time and understand that you're really not losing out if you catch a hold of this early and understand how to do it. So let's get to our animus, a little layout here, and as a matter of fact, let's just go to inventory and check out our shells. So we have our shells that have all these matrix lines, and sometimes you get a matrix that you need, but it has the wrong. I mean, you just get one just to start off, but you end up not having the right matrix line you want on there. Like let's say you want it like this. I really don't need to use this anymore. I really need Swift Rush Time Weave, and you do all this forming and you end up getting it, and you miss out on so much because you have all these other shells that you want to use, but you feel like you can't use them, and you just feel overwhelmed. You don't know what to do, and this is what I'm here for. I'm here to help you figure that out. So we're going to dive deep within this and make things happen. Matter of fact, let me lock these. I've been needing to lock these because there's sometimes when I take them off and remove them, and I almost accidentally get rid of them, and I would cry at this point of the game if I did that now, because these shells are so hard to grind sometimes. I mean, they're not really hard to grind. You go grind them and you don't get the rolls you need, and then now you're just like a sad puppy, just crying because I mean, you just spent your whole life or your whole day farming these and don't get what you need. So let's go from here. What we are seeing here are the matrix lines and what we need. So let's take this for example. We have Swift Rush Cure. Well, let's say I want to put something else on here where I want to have a better chance at getting all the matrix lines I need and everything. So let's just go ahead and say you go farm your shell dungeon and you get this shell, Swift Rush Cure. Well, this is only a 2-line right here, but we want more. Well, you're not stuck here. What you do is you go here, you go click on whatever one you want, and let's go to attribute. Then you go down to imprint right here, y'all. Go down to imprint. And then what you do, you select the shell to consume. It doesn't matter. There was a statement that was a rumor amongst the community where you cannot use a shell that is awakened. That is a lie. That is a lie. Be very aware that is not the case. You just can't put a shell that has a level into another shell, because it doesn't refund you those points. And that is another thing. It does refund you as if you recycled once you do port it over. So just check this out. We're going to move it over, and so I can show you here. So we need this. We're going to go ahead and unlock this. We're going to put this bad boy here, and we're going to go ahead and imprint this. And I think I end up getting rid of did that have Swift Rush on it? And I accidentally got rid of it. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's for purposes of the video. So now we move that over. Now we're here. And now this shell is maximized and ready. Right? I don't even know who I had this on. I'm pretty sure I had this on my girl, Fushu. So when we go back inside our inventory and go check out the shell now, the shell that we got rid of is no longer there. It's no longer there. and we have the matrix lines we want. We have the cure. I'm pretty sure I didn't need that, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure I needed like wellspring or something, but it doesn't matter. So it's right. I don't even know what I was doing here. Doesn't matter. This is what you're aiming to do now. You're aiming to go for all the things you're looking for, and then you could port it over. You could do whatever. You can go in, out, and have it any way you need it to be, and it will get it just right the way you want it, as long as your shell that you're moving it over to doesn't have a level. The shell that you want to keep the matrix for, you want to make sure that you do not have it with any levels on it. You want the level of that to be 1, because you're moving over the level of the matrix. I mean, you're moving over the level and the passives of the shell to the matrix line 1 that you need. So please, it's kind of difficult to understand sometimes. You just got to take your time and make sure you don't move too quickly, and you just get all, I guess, too excited to say. Just take your time and understand that when you're moving it over, you want to make sure that you're moving these passives and this level over to the new shell, but you're keeping the matrices. Understand that, and this is the easiest thing ever. And I feel like not enough people understand it, and they get kind of disgruntled, and they feel discouraged because they didn't get the shell they wanted. So now they got to go get the shell because they don't know how to move things over. This is the fail safe to where you can be able to retain the matrix you want, the matrix lines you want, and you're able to get over all your progress. And it's simple, it's easy, it is very, very helpful. I'm glad they implemented this system in the game. Kind of takes a little bit of the grind out, because all you're doing is just whoomp, port over, and then you get everything you need. So definitely use that to your advantage. Cut out all of that grind time that you think you have to get the perfect shell. Because if you think you would have to level it up from ground, from 1 all the way up to 40, that takes a lot, and you have to have a lot of copies of that shell to get all the way up there, and you have to re-roll the passives. You don't even have to do that anymore. You just go ahead, take your pre-existing shell, slap it over with the level and the passives over to the matrix line you want, and there you go. And I'll just go and show it one more time. You just go over to imprint and move over whatever you need. And of course, I don't have any level or star levels and all that on here, so it won't move over, but it has to have levels and star levels on it to be able to move it over. That's the only way. That is why my imprint button is grayed out, because I don't meet the requirements. You just have to have a star level and passes on it, and it'll be moved over. So that's really all I have. And then of course up here, as you've seen, it went up by 5,000, because that's how much the refund fee that it would cost for a mythic shell. So you don't just get anything from it. I mean, like nothing from it. It goes up by 5,000 as if you recycle the shell. So that is really all I have for y'all. I'm excited to still drop content for this outside of the progression series that I'm running, and on this is my paid account with all kinds of stuff. I'm like broke right now. 2 times event, which I'm going to do another video on soon to give my version of how that went for me. It was kind of insane, and it was I did see some love there. I'm on the slow grind of getting my stabilizers back up to save for the next 2 times event. Next 2 times event is going to be probably all module forming. I did invest into, I wanted to do Rosa. I don't know why, but I couldn't help it, and I started building Jada. We're going to get her where she needs to be, because I want to do the Revelation showdown with her. I feel like there's a lot to gain from her. It's awesome. is awesome. So thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will always have new stuff available for y'all to watch, to be able to digest, and to do what we normally do around here, and that's have fun and make content. So please leave anything in the comment section that I might have missed while explaining this. And I mean, until next time, y'all, peace.